Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian Families collection. Today's video is another top 10 and I've really been enjoying making this video format as it's giving me an opportunity to really think about all the pieces not just in my collection but in the range in general through a more focused lens. So for today's video the topic is going to be Sylvanian homes, and I've done one previously on Christmas themed figures, things that would be good to see for the 40th anniversary and so on and so on, and I've just been finding these really fun to do. I hope you've been finding them enjoyable to watch as well. But yes, on to today's topic. So these are Sylvanian buildings which are primarily meant as a house or a home. So I'm not going to be including any shops or something like the Courtyard restaurant where the front is a restaurant and the back is a house. These are purely things that were marketed to be a house. And it was really difficult to get down to 10, so I've also got a couple of honourable mentions. I've tried to rank these, however my thoughts on the rankings just seem to change daily. So as of today of filming, this is 10 to 1, but it could all change again by the morning. So starting at number 10, and I've picked Babblebrook Grange. So this home was released in Japan in 2006 and then in the UK in 2009. In Japan, it was called the Big House with Sparkling Fountain, or words to that effect. And what I like about this house is it's obviously very pretty to look at. I like the kind of mock Tudor style. I really like the colours, especially on the roof. I also like that it's a medium-sized house, so there's still a good amount of room inside to decorate. It's got a number of floors and a kind of attic terrace bit that you can flip open. But it's also not so big that it takes up a massive amount of space. But the thing that I really love about this is the garden plate with the light up fountain. I think it looks so perfect with the house. It's a really nice feature to have a house with a garden, and it's also got that lovely porch and garden swing on the front. The front facade is just really pretty to look at, so it's great to display either way around, either from the front or from behind. I got this building not that long ago and I have it set up for Miss Marble in my village. Moving on to number 9, and I've picked Willow Hall. So this building came out in Japan in 2004 and then the UK in 2005. In Japan it was known as the Big House with the Lights. So this is the very first iteration of the kind of red roof fold out house that we're used to seeing in the range. It's had a number of iterations since this one. They're all vastly quite similar. It's just that I happen to have this particular version. So that's the one that's near and dear to me, but I think they're all generally quite similar. I like that it has working lights in it, so you can put a battery in and then the lights actually came with the house and work. There's also slots for other lights to be able to be put in. I like the way it folds up neatly to look like a complete house, but then you fold it out. The rooms are a decent size. They're not massive, especially the upstairs rooms, but the 2 rooms downstairs are really nice. On the first floor, there is a part of the wall that moves, so you can either have one big room on the right hand side or you can move it so it divides it into 2 smaller rooms. This is really good. The way I have it set up is a children's bedroom and also a bathroom with that dividing wall in place. And in my village the chocolate rabbits live here. At number 8 I've picked Highfields Farm, or Highfields Farmhouse. So this one, I don't believe it got a release in Japan. I think it was a UK exclusive and it came out in 2011. I love this house. It's a really good size again. It's bigger than Babblebrook Grange, so it does take up a bit more space, but the space inside to decorate is lovely. I love that it's got a working fireplace with a light, and it's got the chimney stack and the thatched roof. The kind of Tudor look just really looks like a house you'd see on a farm here in the UK. It's very pretty building. It's again another one where it looks really pretty from the front or having it the other way around and showing the interior. Loads of room to decorate. I love the staircase it comes with. I'm a fan of the staircases more than I am of the ladders, just because I find the staircases a little bit more realistic, and the one that comes with Highfields Farm is really nice. I like that it's got the barn style door with the split in the middle, so you can open just the top or just the bottom. I just think the design on this one is excellent. It really captures the kind of theme they were going for. And in my village the buttercup cows live here. At number 7, I've put Lakeside Lodge. So this was released in Japan in 2001 and then here in the UK in 2002. In Japan, it was the House in Grape Forest, which I think is a really cute name. This building is really interesting. I love that it has a built-in staircase. Again, it's a bit of a bigger house, around the same size as Highfields Farmhouse. Plenty of room to decorate inside though. It's got good definition on the rooms. It's got a really pretty facade again with the nice balcony and then the open kind of porch area. You could either have it as a porch or like a sunroom, pretend there's some glass in there. I like the idea of having it as kind of a boat dock on the lakeside. I like the kind of little porch bit you've got at the doorway. It's got loads of opening windows as well, which is always a fun feature. I like this house because it's just a little bit different than a lot of the other houses in the range. It's very unique. And in my village, this house is currently on the market. So I've not got a family living in here at the moment. I'm still trying to select one and also select the furniture that I'd like to have it in permanently. So home number 6 is a really classic one. It's from my childhood and it is the Old Mill. This was released in Japan in 1990 and also in the UK the same year. And in Japan it was known as the House on Wind Hill. So there's been a few different colour variations over the years. There's been a red and a green, a more cream colour, but I've gone with the first edition, which is the very classic Sylvanian brown with the Sylvanian green and the bright red on the dome roof. I played with this so much as a child. It's just got a really interesting design. I like how it folds out. Granted, there's not a lot of space to decorate in this building. It's quite small floor space internally, but you can really see how it works, where it's got the little ladders going up. It's again got that farmhouse style door with the 2 separate opening parts. It's got ladders to get up to all the different places, and the ladders make sense in a windmill. It's also got a functioning little crane system so you can hoist bags of flour up and down. I just love all the little features on it. It's got opening windows and there is enough room in there just to make like a cozy little home. It's such a fun building. I think it's really iconic of the range. The sails go around on the windmill. It's just really lovely old building and it looks like it would fit right in that very kind of foresty vibe. And of course, who could forget the bright red swing that just fits in perfectly. Great place for the kids to play. I just love it. It just gives such homely vibes. And in my village, the Timbertop Bears live here. Coming in at number 5, we have the Deluxe Country Mansion. So I thought this was a UK exclusive, but from my research online, Japan did get a version. It just seems to be very, very rare. And it's called the Urban Hills Mansion. The release year was 1991 for both Japan and the UK. I love this building. It's so reminiscent of the Tomy era, but more on the urban life side. I love how big it is. So this is a massive building. You need a lot of space to be able to have it all set up. It's very, very tall. It's one that doesn't really fit on a shelving unit very easily. It needs a lot of space, but it's worth it. It's got 4 floors and they're all of a really good size. You can fit a lot of furniture in here. It's also got that little conservatory on the side, which you can make a sunroom or a playroom. On top of that, you've got the little outdoor veranda and it's got its own door to go to that. It's got balconies, it's got flower pots, it's got the whole roof piece with the washing line and the chimney, the attic space with the little ladder. Oh, there's just so much space in this house to be able to decorate. It's got so many beautiful features. It's got this kind of Victorian splendour about the design of it. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous house. And in my village, the Marmalade Bears live here. Very fancy house for their very fancy outfits. At number 4, I've selected Old Oak Hollow. So this was a UK exclusive. It came out here in 2008 and this is possibly the biggest house in the range. It is absolutely massive. It does take up a lot of space, but it's beautiful. Just the way it's been designed, this house in a tree, and it really looks like it has been carved out of a tree. It's got the cute little roof on top with the weather vane. It's got the lovely gazebo which matches, kind of nestled in the branches. It's got bridges and platforms that you can see that they've built all around the tree to get around. The lovely front door with the bell. It's got the nice lake piece at the bottom and it's got the slide round the side. The space in here is really good. The rooms are a really great size, but they are rounded, so it does make putting furniture up against the walls a little bit tricky. It's not the easiest one to decorate, but oh, I just love it. It's such a good design. I like the little back door that it goes in through the stump of the tree. There's also the lovely kind of window seat up on the top floor. And of course the hot tub with the umbrella, very nice. And in my village at the moment, the mulberry raccoons are living here. So we've reached the point of getting to the top 3. So I think let's add the honourable mentions in here, and I won't talk too much about these, but I just wanted to bring them up as they are lovely houses as well. So my first honourable mention is the Mole House from 1986. This is a Japanese exclusive, and it's just such a unique house. It's only the one room. It's very small, so there's not a lot of room to decorate, but it's just such a unique design. I like the little stairs up to the side, and it really looks like a little mole burrow. Then my second honourable mention is the Memory Time Log Cabin from 1986. Again, another Japanese exclusive. This building is gorgeous. It's made out of real wood. It's very expensive, difficult to get your hands on, but it is such a lovely design. Traditional log cabin design, made out of real wood, just gorgeous. And then my third and final honourable mention is the Fieldview Mill from 2010. I love this windmill. It's gorgeous, and it would have made the list, but I didn't want to put 2 windmills on there, and for me the old mill has such nostalgia value. It just pipped this one to the post. But this is a gorgeous windmill. It's bigger and it's got a lot more room in it to be able to decorate, but again it is rounded, so you get the same problem as Old Oak Hollow, where pushing furniture up against the walls isn't always the easiest. The thing I love about this one is the sails are on a wind-up mechanism, so you wind them up and then they go on their own, which is very, very cool. But yes, those are my honourable mentions. So now on to the top 3, and at number 3 is the Wooden Lodge, or the House with the Big Red Roof, or Primrose Lodge. It had a few different editions, each with different names. It was released in Japan in 1995 and then again in 1998, and in the UK it was 1997 and 2010. So the edition that I have of this house and that's pictured here is the Big House with the Red Roof, so the Japanese version. So this came with the brown railings and also the side porch piece. The side porch piece I absolutely love. It's great for putting kind of flowers and some gardening bits on, just brings a bit more life to the house. I love the steps up to the little porch area, lovely front door, and then it's got an entryway, kind of like an entry hallway, and then French doors off to the side. It's got built-in stairs, so stairs that go down and up. It's also got a cute little attic space, which is a little tricky to decorate, but very nice to have nonetheless. The rooms in here are nice and big. There's plenty of room to put lots of furniture. Just a very interesting design, and it's connectable with a lot of other buildings, so you can put other buildings onto the front of it to expand it further. In my village, the McCavity cat family live here at the moment. At number 2, we have Meadowcroft Cottage. So this is again a UK exclusive, and it's from all the way back in 1995, and this is the first Sylvanian house I ever got. So it holds a very special place in my heart. I love the thatch cottage design. It's got 2 floors, very spacious. You could fit lots of furniture in here. It also came as what we would know as a gift set these days. So it came with 2 figures, the Meadows mice couple, and furniture to get you started. I love the big windows on this one. The thatch roof is pretty realistic, and it's also removable, so you can store it quite easily. It's just a very cute little cottage. Reminds me very much of the types of cottages you'd see in the English countryside. My grandmother lived in a cottage not dissimilar to this in a little English village, and I have very, very fond memories of playing with this house lots and lots. An absolutely gorgeous one if you can get your hands on it. And then finally at number 1, and I think it's probably quite obvious now as its absence on the list will have been noted, I'm sure, it is, drumroll please, the House on the Hill. So this was released in Japan in 1999 and in the UK in the year 2000. In Japan it was the Big House on Green Hill. There's been a couple of other variations of this house as well, one with a maroon roof and one with a blue roof, but the house itself is the same mould. This house is perfect. I can't think of anything that I would like to change about this house. From the front facade, it looks like a real house, a big one mind you, but a real house. I love the front porch where there's room enough to put some garden furniture out there so they could be sitting on the front porch with the railings. It's got a lovely balcony with French doors, and then you start to turn it around and you see there's 2 rooms on the side of the building, and then you turn it all the way around to the back and you've just got massive amounts of space. It's got an inbuilt staircase again, and then a ladder up into the attic. Very realistic to a real house. It's just an absolutely gorgeous house. I love the windows, the front door is very nice. I like that it's got the kind of split level living room, so you can have a living room, dining room situation going on. It is a big house, but I think if you were going to pick one big house to have in your collection, if you could only pick one, I would recommend this one every time because there's just such a lot of space in it. It's just such a gorgeous building, really iconic, and the design on it is just flawless. And in my village, the Keats cat family are lucky enough to be living in this house. And that brings us to the end of my list and also to the end of the video. I'd really love to hear about your favourite Sylvanian homes down in the comments and who lives there in your villages. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.